So, as I look at my life, I'm a product of Christianity, Islam, and Buddha. And do I love all of them? Of course I do. Because they all treat me well, and they all showed me good things. But I had to go to that naked woman in the jungles of Africa. Why? Because she connected the dots. She was the one that showed me that in order for us to heal, we had to use alkali substance. We cannot use any acids. Right in Washington, D.C., there is to occur two things that I must share with you that is important. Your brother Sebi, the uneducated boy, had to go through some of the most challenging moments with the physician. Washington, D.C., Achilles trial, sickle cell anemia. The doctors cannot cure sickle cell. Oh, they can. You can't cure anything because the methodology is off the mark. So Achilles trial has sickle cell. She's 2. Her daddy came and snatched her out of the hospital against the doctor's will and knowledge. Took her to Silver Spring. I began to treat her. 3 months passed. Akila is well. She doesn't have the upper pulmonary disorder, which is the company of sickle cell, which is thalassemia. Am I right? The little girl is playing, she's happy. Why? She's lacking of iron. We all are lacking of iron, including me. So they caught up with us and took the parents to the hospital with the police and took me in a police car from 2010 Kendall Street Northeast in D.C. to the hospital. Well, me, I'm a regular looking man all the time. I dress like this all the time. I'm just funky. And I had these funky shoes on. And I had these Birkenstocks on that with bare feet. And in walks in the superintendent of the hospital, Dr. Steinberg. This is showdown time. The boy from the jungle against philosophy. Who is this man? That's me. They said, that's Dr. Sebi. What kind of doctor are you? I said, well, I don't know what kind I am. I didn't know we came in kinds. You know, I had people when they need help. I don't know how to be a kind of. But before we get into this very tasteful dialogue, I want to submit to you the log that I kept for 90 days that I gave you to the girl, her diet, and what I gave her as a substance to reverse sickle cell anemia. She goes through it. Boom, 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 boom. Oh! You did not give Akila any protein. Oh my God. This man didn't give the child any protein. I said, I don't even know what is protein. Because I don't know. I'm 81 years old. I've never found protein. Unless the great Dr. Sebi think that protein is a necessary food. I said, I didn't say that. You say that. But as for protein, is it electrical? Why do you ask that? I said, because the human body is made up of 102 minerals, and they all are electrical. The body doesn't assimilate anything unless it is electrical. Nothing unless it is electrical. That is how the body assimilates things. Is protein electrical? And if it is electrical, Dr. Steinberg, it has to have a certain amount of electrons per atom. Well, I don't know that. Protein is one of the 19 amino acids, the building block of life. Oh, God. I said, I'm really confused. Amino acids. The human body is not made up of amino acids, nor any alphabetical letter like vitamin A that is found in carrots. The body is made up of minerals. So where do we accommodate amino acids in the human body? How do we do that, Dr. Steinberg? Dr. Steinberg, I'm confused. You're leading me in a path that it was virtually unknown to me. Amino acids. Are they electrical? I want you to identify protein. Nobody can. You can, I can, and nobody can. It's a made-up word. Has no place in the human body. And the policy is, you find the highest concentration of protein in pork meat. And when someone is suffering with Alzheimer's, he have an extra protein in his blood. Tell me, will protein no longer become equitable? It's something else now, isn't it? Yes. I'll say that this time, but let me ask you a question. What is sickle cell anemia? Well, sickle cell anemia is a disease that black people got 10,000 years ago because their blood went through mutation. I said, oh God. Oh, I said, I'm really delirious now. Because we have a brother named Dick Gregory that said in Crandon Hall that sickle cell was given to us by God to fight malaria. You now said it's mutation. The problem with both statements is that they both came from Europe, because Dick Gregory was not trained by an African perspective. He was trained by your brother, and your brother told you it's mutation, and your brother told Dick Gregory it's God. Well, let me tell you something, Dr. Sandberg. It's neither God nor mutation. It's deprivation of iron protein. And I think that I'm sick and tired of this little moment, sitting here, being interrogated, and you have no premise or foundation. Let me get the hell out of here. And I left. You understand? That's a bit of arrogance in this Sagittarius. You don't play with me. I didn't come to be played with, and I don't play with anyone. Now, the second one is, on the way out, the bulletin board read, sickle cell meeting on Georgia Avenue, May 18, 1983. The people that are with me said, you got to go to that meeting. I said, are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? I am not going to be able to talk. I am not part of the elite. I'm the boy that doesn't belong to any organization. I'm the boy that doesn't have anyone to defend him and help him. Why should they give me audience? One of the women said, you got to go anyway. So I went. I went there with my Birkenstock and my white pants and shirt, and all the doctors in Georgia Avenue and the Sickle Cell Research Foundation building that you may know. I walk up there, I felt strange because all these doctors, they went to school for many, many, many years. This nigga here didn't go to anything. I sit there and waiting because there's a Frenchman from Abidjan who is coming to give us a talk on sickle cell anemia. Dr. Pierre Lander Duff is the great hematologist in Abidjan. Listen to what this man is going to say. Listen carefully now. I want you all to pay attention, because I didn't come here to confuse you. I came here to share information with you that was shared with me and that I have gathered over the years, not to come with some lies to you, because you are my family. And if I have to dig you in the grave, then I'm not doing anything too beautiful, isn't it? We have to be ethical. We have to be moral. We have to have some principle. Here walking Dr. Pierre Landerdorf. Good evening. I stood up. Good evening. Everybody sit down. I am Pierre Landerdorf, and I am the leading hematologist at the University in Abidjan. And I have been treating a sickle cell patient for 14 years, AS group. And what is significant in this patient is that every time he's under stress, lactocomia shows up in his blood. Under certain stress condition, lactocomia shows up. I said, he just did the first mistake. I didn't say anything because these doctors went to medical school. I didn't go to any school. They should hear what this man is saying, but they're not listening. I have been treating this patient for 14 years, and lactocomia is always present under certain stress conditions. And they begin to give this man a standing ovation. Oh my God, what am I going to do? I stood up. I said, Dr. Landerdorf, I am a little bit confused, and it could be because of my ignorance that I am confused. Not because you are not intelligent. It could be my ignorance. But since you are the doctor and you are the intelligent one, I expect for you to help me. Did you say that your patient shows lactocomia under certain stress conditions? He said, yes. Do you disagree? Not at all. Not at all. But Dr. Landerdorf, isn't lactocomia a byproduct or a derivative of lactic acid? He said yes. And lactic acid is a derivative, a byproduct of milk? He said yes. Right there. He destroyed his whole premise. What are you giving a black man milk that has sickle cell anemia? You see? But these things are not registering with us. We want to believe that we cannot offer a position that is credible, and it could not come from a black man, especially one like me. How could you believe me when I didn't go to school? When it is school that determines whether you are smart or you are dumb. Well, I must be dumb. But in my dumb state of being, I have cure AIDS and sickle cell and lupus and herpes and cancer and blindness. So what's going on? Am I really dumb? So I said to him, Dr. Landerdorf, what is sickle cell anemia? This response was truthful. I don't know. I said, thank you.